your other job?
My business is Cooktown Pest Control. We do a lot of pest control work up here. Go a fair way, even to Cowinyama, 700 k's to do jobs. I've been right up through the islands, Saibai to do power poles and stuff like that. So it's not only in Cooktown, it goes to the top end.
Wow.
That's why you need a big four-wheel drive.
I bet you see a lot of bugs then.
Fair few.
So where do you live?
Opposite the Lions Den.
Okay.
In far north Queensland.
What sort of pub's that?
The best. There is no other pub.
And tell me about the snakes. How did that come about?
Snakes, I got involved with snakes with a friend of mine in Townsville. Looked after his for a weekend and helped him out a little bit, and then just got started from there. And that was 30 odd years ago.
And how many have you got now?
I'll be over 30. I did cut down a fair few because it gets a little bit, it's a full-on job when you got them. So to run a business and then run the snakes, it's pretty hectic, so you've got to cut them down a fair bit.
What sort of snakes have you got? What are these?
Just about all of them are from the area up here, except for the fierce snake doesn't come from this area, and the king brown I've got doesn't come from this area. But the rest of the snakes, the coastal taipan, eastern brown, mid-death adders, red-bellied blacks, and then the pythons, they all come from this area.
And when you say they take a lot of looking after, what kind of things do you have to do?
The nearest pet shop to here is Mariba, and that's nearly 300 kilometres. But I've got to breed rats, and I've got to breed mice, and then I've got to breed chickens and run incubators just to keep the supply up. And then when they start eating, like this time of the year, they're really starting to eat, you run out, you can do 24 rats in one night. So to keep that stock going is pretty full on. I've got cattle there and horses, but it's mainly just a hobby farm.
And it's called Jim's Joint?
Jim's Joint, yep.
And what's so special about living up here?
No, winter. I think I've used a jacket twice in 3 years. Yeah, so it's pretty good.
And what sort of place is Cooktown?
Cooktown's got a population of about 2,500 to 3,000. Mainly relies a fair bit on the water, because you've got the Lizard Island, and you've got the Marlin Classics out here. A lot of fishing comes from here. You've got live trout come into Cooktown to go to Cairns to be flown to Japan, and that runs a fair bit of business around the place. The mine shut down, so yeah, that knocked it around a little bit, but we'll come back.